Hey my young friends, today we are going to learn how to draw Santa's hot rod sleigh. Today it's like a holiday special. I think I'm going to do a few of them this month that are Christmas themed, holiday themed. So remember to go to my YouTube channel, how to draw cool hot rods for kids. And this is kind of something like what we're going to draw today. It's kind of really fun and free. And just kind of go crazy with it. And I'm going to start off with my trusty white paper, 8.5 by 11. It's just basically printer paper, really cheap, easy to get. My Sharpie, and of course for coloring, you could use color pens, color pencils, Sharpie colors, pretty much anything. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw like a little bit of a hill where the sleigh is going to be riding on. So I'm going to start off in this bottom corner, kind of maybe about 1 inch up or 2 fingers, and I'm going to come over here and get gradually higher. Okay, now this is where it kind of gets a little bit fun and crazy. I want to draw my wheels to look like these scrolly, swirly things. So I'll just start off somewhere about like this, and I'm just going to start drawing a swirl, getting a little bit bigger, one more time around, and then touch the hill. That's like the front wheel basically. The back wheel is going to be a bit larger than that one, so I'm going to start here, swirl around a few times, getting bigger, and then back down toward the hill again. All right, now that's the front and the back. I'm sorry, the front and the back. Big wheel in the back, small wheel in the front. Now, I'm going to draw like the rear section of it. So it's going to be just a straight line to start with, just above the edge of the wheel here. I'm going to come forward, stay above the wheel, curve down. About halfway into the wheel, we're going to go straight across, stop there. Back here we'll do something fun. I think we're just going to come up, do another little swirl there. And this is going to be like the top of the fender, so we're going to come off about halfway into the swirl. We're going to come flat, make a little curve, go straight again. That's where the seat come back down. Kind of like a jig-jag kind of thing like that. Now, right here, we're just going to draw a diagonal line, kind of ends that section. Next, we're going to draw a diagonal line with a half round on top. We're going to do that 4 times. Like this. We're going to take this last one here, and we're going to do a half circle. We're going to come back, staying really low, like that, and then we're going to do another half circle up to here. And then we'll take this back line up here, and we'll go halfway right down the middle, like this. These are our headers for the engine. Next, we're going to do, coming right off this header here, we're going to come up and make kind of the dashboard area. We're just going to come up at that same angle, curve back, and then up again. Now over here, coming off this bottom one, we're going to make this same, we're going to follow the same line right here, but we're not going to touch it. We're going to stay just a little bit above it. And then we're going to come down to a point here. Then, this is just a fun, kind of like a roll cage kind of look. Right halfway into this pipe, we're going to come up, straight line. Then we're going to do another line right next to it, straight down to here. This is going to be a candy cane. I'm going to draw a curvy top. And then draw your diagonal lines. And you could color them in red later. This is the candy cane lines. All right. Now, to make the top of the hood, we're going to draw a line that connects from the front to the back here and with a slight curve, but you don't want to draw it through your candy cane. So we'll draw it here and stop. Start here again. All the way down to the point, like this. And I'm going to draw a big hood scoop on here, which is what would cover the engine if the engine was exposed. So I'll start just barely past the candy cane here, draw another curve up and then back down. And then on the front, you're going to draw a little kind of a half circle shape. And then you're going to draw a reverse curve going back this way. That's the hood scoop. And then we want to put just a line to kind of give it some depth. All right, now we want to draw another candy cane, just like this one. So we'll start here, go straight up, curve down. And then we're going to draw the next line next to it, up here, up, and then back down again. And then draw our stripes again. It's kind of like the Santa roll cage. And then the last piece on the sleigh we're going to draw is the bag that goes in the back. And how I like to do it is like pretend this is the opening of the bag right here. Make a swirl, kind of narrow and skinny, like that. And then a triangle shape going backward. That's like a triangle kind of shape. We're going to draw a little line here and a line here. That represents the ribbon that would be tied around it. And then one more little triangle shape to finish it off. Looks like a fold. And then from here, this point, we're going to draw a big round section, almost like an egg shape. And then we're going to draw another one starting at the same point, round, and then stop right there. So it looks like another fold. And then we'll draw a line right here. Draw some other lines. They look like kind of like bulges in the bag. Draw however many of them you want in there. Maybe we should draw one more connecting right here so it looks like it's sitting in this section. And then we're going to make the ribbon. And the ribbon's going to come off and maybe swirl around here. Draw another line right next to it. And then the ribbon's got like a little kind of a V shape in the end. That's one part of the ribbon. The other part is going to go the opposite way through the candy cane. Maybe another curve this way, a little V shape. Then follow that line back down. About like that. So it looks like there's a crazy ribbon going on. So that's pretty much for the sleigh. So sitting on a hill, I like to draw some trees in here and there. So I'll just draw a little tree, and I like my tree to look kind of round and funky. So I'll just start making this kind of a shape. Maybe this one a little shorter, and then this is the base. It comes down and curves like this. Start at that same point again, curve out, curve out, curve out, and then this will be the hill that it's sitting on. So it looks like it's sitting on a little piece of snow. Then I draw a couple circles in here, and those you'll color in later, and it'll look like Christmas balls on the tree. And then I'll draw maybe one more bigger tree right here. And let it go off the page, because it looks like maybe the tree's much bigger, but it's closer to you. And then draw some more Christmas balls on there. And we draw a few lines behind it, and it kind of looks like there's more of a little three-dimensional hillside that it's on. All right, so that right there is my Santa sleigh. Super way free form, easy, fun. And then if you color it in, it can look something like this. So I do gold on my wheels, a little bit of gold on the ribbon here. Color this in gray. But just have fun with it. Do whatever you want. It's Christmas time. You can put presents all over. Like pretend maybe a present flew out of here. Just draw a small square. Real easy. to give it to that three-dimensional look, draw another line going at an angle up and then straight down. Another line coming back, stop there. Meet it, now it looks like a box, and then you can draw your ribbon that goes on the box right there, like it's getting ready to fly off. All right, that's it. And I'll do another one in a couple days, and have a great holiday. Bye.